Yes, and welcome back to Tautoro District, everybody, with Seasons Mod. And we are now in early autumn. That's right, it's starting to get just a little bit cooler. Now, one thing I just want to check out first before we get into some gameplay is, if you remember last time I filled up my tipper with some barley, I think it was, and I said, this pipe doesn't come round. Well, thank you for all the comments around that. This little panel here, left mouse click, and there you go. The pipe does come around, but it also opens up these pit doors right here, so when I go to tip out some grain or some crop, it's going to get in there quite nicely. So let's close that up, and the arm swings around. Nice. Now, it's taken quite a while for my crops to get to the mature stage where I can harvest them, so let's check out how we're looking. We'll use our little wopster here, and it is telling me that it is 83% growing. So just a little bit more to go. As you can see, it looks like it's going to rain today, so we probably wouldn't be able to do that much harvesting anyway, although it might get ready today. I'm just not too sure. We'll have to see how it goes, but if not, it will be tomorrow and the next day, so we should have a couple of days to get the harvest done, which should be more than enough time. But anyway, in the meantime, let's check out what's happening on the farm. And I think one thing we are going to need to do is sort out the animals. Look at this. Some of them need to be cleaned up. We need some feed and a few other things. So let's get into that now. Let's do the sheep first, which is our tractor right here. So the first thing we'll do is we've got the bucket on the front, which is nice and handy. And let's go and we'll go the wrong way. Oh, look, we've got a whole thing of wool ready to be taken down and to be sold. Spit it out, Mace. But let's just get up nice and close here. So we'll go and clean up our sheep here. Perhaps this will be the sheep episode, I think. That could be exactly what we'll do. Let's open that up. And we'll zoom in here. Watch out, sheepies. Get out of my road. Got just a little bit of lag there at the moment. Let's get that bucket down. Nice and low. And in one fell swoop. Boomfa! Too easy. Let's get out of first person view. So let's take the grass that we just picked up and throw it back into the trough. And that did that quite nicely. And how are the sheep looking for... They do need some hay or grass. We've got grass up here. Now, one thing with the grass that I discovered is that you can't store it, basically. You just can't store it. If you put it into bales, if you wrap the bales, I should say, then it just turns it into silage. And if you make bales and store them, even if you store them in the shed, they still reduce in size, or erode away, or waste away, or whatever you want to call it. So during the winter months, or whenever my grass runs out, I'm going to have to use hay for the sheep. That's no problem, because I went ahead and made a whole lot of hay last episode, so I've got heaps of bales. Will be more than enough to get us through. I wonder how much these grass bales have left in them. Well, that doesn't help, Mace. 181. As you can see, that's just nothing. It's hardly worth the effort, in fact. And I made it even harder on myself. See, so grass bales, they just erode so quickly. What I'm going to do is, I might as well put these bales in. That's if I don't wreck all the machinery first. But really, at 181, they started off at 4,000 litres. They're only 181 litres now. Not a great return, really, on effort. What I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to zoom down and grab some grass from the cow farm, so I'll meet you back here in a second. Okay, welcome back to the cow farm, everybody. And let's just check out these grass bales over here. Now, they've obviously eroded to 1448, so they've eroded by about 2/3. So it's no use grabbing those and lugging them all the way up to the sheep farm. I'd have to do a couple of trips. One thing I was going to say, by the way, is if we check out our... I haven't been back in the... Oh, yeah, we have. If you look at the cows, we've got 84% productivity. Now, there's just been an update to seasons, and I need to update this version, and I'll do that in the next few days. But that's going to be changed to animal health, I think they're going to call it. So it's basically how healthy the animals are. It's the same as productivity, though, basically. Now, with cows... in the winter, when you run out of grass and you haven't got grass to feed, then the maximum your productivity will get to is 80%. And but to offset that, milk productivity does increase. So you will still produce pretty much the same amount of milk. That's the way I read it, as you did when you were able to feed them grass. But it's just more realistic in the fact that in the winter there's no grass around. So what I'll do here, guys, is I'll just grab one of these hay bales will be the way to go, and that's 4,000. They are all good. They don't erode or waste away unless you leave them out in the rain, is the way I read it. And that's the one thing also, if we just go back here, I think these hay bales might be just not quite under that shed enough, and so I'm going to have to take some time to reload them back under there, because the last thing I want to happen is those to be exposed to the elements and I end up losing them all. There goes my bale of silage, or the bales of silage, I should say, that I wrapped and got out of that field. I can't remember whether I told you that or not last episode. And I've also got 200,000 litres of silage up in the biogas plant ready to sell whenever I want to do that. So 200,000 litres, with the prices that we're getting at the moment, let's have a look. It should be around $500. Let's go the long way around. If we check this out... yeah, $450, so about $400. So it's probably going to be about $80,000 worth of silage I got there. It won't be quite that amount, though, because as I sell it, the price goes down. I do notice here that both canola and sunflowers currently have a higher demand. I might just go and sell those, actually. I won't do them now. I'll do them later off screen. Anyway, I'll meet you back up at the sheep farm. Let's get this hay up there and get them sorted. I'll see you in a minute. Alright, we're making our way up the hill towards the sheep farm, and the other thing that I forgot to talk about also was milk sales. If you remember from last episode, I talked about the fact that milk wasn't auto-selling at night, as it usually does in the game, and it meant I have to go and hire a tanker to then go and sell the milk manually, which is all good, and you get quite a good return, actually. I think... for a tanker full, which is 30,000 litres, it's about $21,000, so good return. Now, I think I've figured out that it's this particular map that is set to, that's set with auto milk sales disabled. I don't think it's the seasons mod, but I'm willing to be corrected on that, so let me know if you do know, but I'm pretty sure it's probably this map that is set, that have set the milk sales to mean that you've actually got to go and sell them yourself. Let's throw that in there. There we go. It should be looking much better now. Hold on, going the wrong way, Mace. Good. So we're in the green for water, and we're in the green for hay and grass. Cleanliness, that will reset soon. But yeah, if we look at milk tank, I've got 58,000 litres. There's nearly $40,000 sitting there in that, and I'll probably wait for another day or so, get up to around 90,000 litres, and that's three trips down to the milk selling point, and that makes it worthwhile to hire a milk tanker. And eventually I'll probably buy a milk tanker, but in the meantime I'm just saving a few dollars. Anyway, so that's the sheep sorted in terms of their food and water and cleaning up their mess. I'm now going to just zoom along here, and we might as well go and sell this pallet of wool. There we go, 2,000. Nice. So yeah, there's a few little quirks with both the map and the seasons mod. But once you understand it, it's all good. I mean, grass, wow, does it... I can't believe how quickly it eroded. And it, almost makes it not worthwhile at all. You might as well just make hay and store that. At least you know it's going to hold its value and its size. But in the meantime, grass is easy to make, so why not? So we're going to shoot off down here to the wool selling point. And yeah, before, as I showed you, 83% growing. Oh, that makes no sense. Let's try that sentence again. Our crops are 83% growing. There we go, that sounds a lot better. So it must be very, very soon that I'm going to be able to harvest it. Maybe tomorrow game time. It's now, as you can see up the top right hand corner, 6 o'clock at night, 6:15. Early autumn. It's saying it's going to rain, but I haven't seen any rain, and I don't recall it raining earlier in this game day. So not too sure whether that's about to happen or whether it's going to happen tomorrow or what. It looks like it's clearing tomorrow, Monday, which is mid-autumn. Right, let's find that wool. Where's the wool selling point? It's back over here. So we'll get this wool sold. It will make a nice little profit for us, hopefully. Just to keep our heads above water. Definitely is hard in seasons to keep your cash flow up. Takes a little bit of thinking around, particularly around the leasing and the buying of vehicles. There we go, it's disappearing. Let's do that, and then let's do that. And the last bale's about to be sold. There it goes, $10,901, and we're up to $32,332. So that's nice. Well, just probably a little bit of a shorter episode here, guys. I'll put this together and upload it just to give you a bit of an update on what's going on. Really looking forward to being able to harvest. I'll go away and sort out the cows, make sure they're fed and watered. I'll also probably, I don't know if I'm going to sell that crop or not. That's got a higher demand at the moment. I probably will do that just to up our cash flow a little bit. But as always, everybody, I want to say a huge thank you very much for watching. Make sure you smash the like button down below, subscribe if you're new, and until next time, take it easy.